That's the logic some people have gotten in this country because so much is given, but it's paid for by somebody else. Why would you do that?
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right. Why are you here?
Because I was here last time.
Why? You play like I don't have 5,000 people here.
You still talk. So
Special needs. And, okay. But was not declared incompetent or insane. Okay, he's imperfect, like all of us. Why are you here, though?
I'm his mother.
You know what? You can sit down. He's a grown-up unless we need you. Sit down, okay? Thank you. You're ordered. Sit down, please. There's nothing in here that says he is unable to be responsible. He is not insane. He is not declared incompetent. He's an adult. He is imperfect like all of us, and he's going to handle his responsibilities without his mother, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, how is he doing?
So since we came to court, he's only paid $150 in fees.
Are you working somewhere?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you trying to work?
Well, they said I can't work at Social Security.
Yeah, he gets Social
He
Security.
gets Social Security.
Yes.
Go ahead. Keep going. Is that it? It's just a money thing?
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's following all the rules.
Well, last month I gave him a UA and he tested positive for THC.
Why would you do that? Because I thought she was going to drug test me.
I'm sorry, what?
I thought she wasn't going to drug test
You thought she wasn't going to drug test you, so you used the drug. Well, that is an answer, but
Very
it's not
truthful
a
answer.
good answer. You know it's a crime. You can be revoked for that and sentenced up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So where'd you get the drugs from?
I got it from my next door neighbor.
Did they sell it to you? Just gave it to you?
I threw it on the ground.
Threw it on the ground?
Yes, sir.
And then you picked it up and used it? Do you understand? You can go to prison for up to 10 years for that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to do that again?
No, sir.
Good. I don't want to know that. We're going to drug test you every time. The next time you show positive for an illegal drug, I'm not going to give you a second chance on that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's illegal. What else do we need to do on Mr. Savoy so that we can get him successfully through this? That's our goal, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you told me to get with his mom to set up like how much she come to agreement, how much she can pay a month.
Well, yeah. Well, how's that working out?
She said what she said was $50 to $100, but it's not guaranteed.
Well, I think that's the way it is for all of us. You pay what you can, or do any help you can. What's the restitution? $14,000, correct?
Yes.
It was originally. What is it now?
It's still $14,000.
We hadn't really paid toward the restitution at all.
No.
That needs somehow those people need to be paid back for their injuries. A 71-year-old person was assaulted by you and had those injuries. You need to pay them back somehow. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you trying to do something, some work? Are you trying to find work?
If it's there, yeah, I do it.
Odd jobs?
Sir?
Different odd jobs? Whatever. All right. What's probation office? This is unusual circumstance, but what does probation office suggest?
That at least pay a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, he gets $943 in Social Security.
You got to pay some out of that. How much can you pay out of that?
I can't because my mom over it. They got my mom.
How much?
She could pay.
I'll get over it. I'll start administrating it if we don't get some. It's time for you to come up, ma'am. Looks like we need your help. Come on up. I don't want to revoke him, but marijuana, drugs, I mean, that's forbidden. Okay. Let's say that won't happen again.
It better not, because I'll beat his ass myself.
What about getting the injured person, the loss back. That's what we need, a little bit at a time. Is there a way we can freeze everything else from accruing and just prioritizing on restitution?
Freeze it. I think it's what, inactive probation, that's what, he's not in compliance to do inactive. We can,
Well, the money, whatever monies we get need to be applied directly to restitution first, okay?
Your Honor, we can do all to restitution first, do an amendment to that, or we can do half restitution and half towards supervision fees, whichever way you want to.
At this rate, the restitution, it'll be lifetimes. We need to get that taken care of first. But something needs to be paid regularly. How much can we count on per month?
The last time I was here, and just like I told his probation officer, I'm on a budget myself. Cause I don't make that much. I only make $1,200 a month, if that.
How much can, with his social security and what you're able to
I'm at.
provide, how much
I
can
get through
you
paying
commit?
for-
Hold on, one of us at a time. How much can you commit to helping him pay per month?
From $50 to $100 a month. I do what I can.
$100 is
I can't
ordered.
promise that,
Yeah, well, unless
cause we're gonna be out of a house and a home.
y'all got to figure it out. But somebody was injured and he didn't go to prison because of this option. And the most important thing is to pay the loss back. If you don't pay the loss back, then the victims say, well, where's the punishment here? And that's true. He needs to pay the person back for the $14,000 worth of injuries that were caused. $14,374, that's serious. But something has to be done regularly, or else that victim gets heard. Victims have a voice and I listen to them and they say it's not fair. What's the punishment? What is the punishment? You got to do something, but you're talking to a person started 60 cents an hour. You can get a job. You can work. You're competent. You weren't declared incompetent. You weren't declared insane. You have issues. We all have issues. We just deal with them and move forward as best we can. But you have a responsibility here that needs to get paid under laws and under morality. It's just moral. If somebody is harmed and someone is held responsible, they pay the loss back. Or do you disagree with that logic? You got to agree with it. It's simple logic.
I don't disagree with the fact of what he did. He does need to pay the restitution fees, but the restitution fees, whenever I looked it up, the man didn't press charges, the state did. So we're actually paying state of Texas back, not the man. Cause he didn't go to the hospital.
Hold on. The state of Texas paid? That's me. And all the taxpayers.
It's my
Oh,
taxes too.
you owe us all. But when the state pays, you have an obligation to pay the state government. You think they just print money in the back? They just print money?
No.
We pay. The taxpayers fund the state of Texas. That's the only way they exist. They pay my salary. I'm a district judge. It was state pay. They're not printing money. Part of my pay is from me. I pay me part of it because it goes to the state and then it comes back to me and goes to the state in taxes. But I've heard this so many times and I just roll my eyes. You think that's the way it works? That's the logic some people have gotten in this country because so much is given, but it's paid for by somebody else. They don't have a printing press in the back and print money. We just get in debt that we are all obligated to help pay off. And here at restitution, I can reel on, but I'm not going to anymore. This is simple. You're ordered to pay a minimum of $100 a month. That's the goal I'm going to set so we can get a goal set. And if you can't do it, we'll come back and you can explain how you don't. But I'm going to set that as a minimum. Does everybody understand?
Is that just towards his restitution fees or is that towards?
It's going straight to restitution. The other fees aren't going to get applied until he pays off the restitution. At the end of the day, there are some cases where court fees are not paid because of financial issues. And we just do the best we can to try to get it. But for restitution has a higher priority. When those others aren't paid at the end, if I deem you can't pay, it's just lost.
How much is the court fees?
I don't know what they are right now. They accrue every month because probation fees accrue every month. But that's part of it. When you say court fees, it's probation fees. It's 5 or 6 different things that they have. But let's just worry about restitution. That's our goal. Get restitution paid. And then I'm happy.
Answering.
So,
Do the best you can. All right. We'll see you back in 6 months, see how we're doing. Thank you.
The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
All right, court is calling State of Texas versus Leslie Myers. And are you Leslie Myers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Leslie Don Myers who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 for the offense of assault, family second offense on December 13th, 2023 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 24B on or about the 15th day of November 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Leslie Dawn Myers, did then and there find herself in contact with Benjamin Guild and threatened, assaulted, or verbally abused said person in violation of condition number 24B.
To that, how do you plea? True or not true?
True, Your Honor. The state waives the remaining allegations, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of 24B, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find 24B true. All right. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. The proposed agreement is that she be sentenced to 2 years TDC.
All right. So has she done anything on probation other than threatening someone?
She said a bunch of negative UAs, Judge.
I finished my fifth class as well, and I did my 90 and 90, and I did about 3 or 4 meetings weekly. I was about to start my community service.
All right. And Benjamin
Guild.
is he the complainant in this case?
He is, Your Honor, and he's present in the courtroom.
All right. Does anybody want to call him as a witness? Because I don't think that, okay. I don't think that 2 years is appropriate in this case. And let me explain to everybody why. It's because she's on probation for assault against the complainant. And then 24B is, I don't know, assaultive language or threats against the same complainant. So I don't understand why it should follow the agreement. That's what I'm asking.
Judge, I'll call him as a witness.
All right. Mr. Gill, if you can come forward, please.
This is going to be excellent. This lawyer looks like he's been a lawyer for about 100 years. I think he was defending witches in Salem. Didn't go so well, but we are about to see the years of experience since the witches' trials, as this lawyer wasn't expecting the need to call this witness. So we now get to see this lawyer come up with questions on the spot to create an angle so as Judge Boyd will follow the original agreement for 2 years. And how does he do, you may ask? Well, just ask the girls from Salem.
All right, can you raise your right hand? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Benjamin Holmes Guild.
All right, defense.
And you are the same person who was the complainant in the original case that she was put on probation for? Yes. And you are the same person who has alleged that on November the 15th of 2024, she committed another assault against you, correct? Now, at the time, were y'all drinking alcohol? She's not supposed to consume alcohol. You're aware of that, correct? Same thing with you. You're not supposed to consume alcohol. And that's because you're on a probation yourself. And what was the nature and extent of this argument? What happened?
I'm not sure of the details.
Looks like a good idea to bring a witness. who seems to dislike witchcraft.
be honest. Call me.
Strike one for the hangman.
You were arguing with her?
It's probably mutual.
Strike two.
She was arguing with you?
No, it's probably more me than.
Ball one.
You understand that the state is recommending a sentence of 2 years. Are you amenable to that, or would you accept that?
Define amenable.
I don't even know what to say for that one.
Well, are you happier than the court saying, no, I'm not going to accept that offer and sentence her up to 10 years?
I would rather that not happen. I would rather she get less than 2 years.
Ball two, strike two.
How long have you and she been together?
On and off for. She's been down here for 8 years. We've been acquaintances for 20 years, 20 plus years, 25 years.
And I'll pass the witness.
All right, any questions?
I have no questions.
All right, thank you.
It's up in the air, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not quite sure if he brought the water or the matches to this burning, so we shall leave it up to the testimony of the witch herself.
This is, if there's nothing else from either side, this is what the court is going to do. Court is finding
24B.
24B true. The court will grant the motion. The court will find you guilty, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Benjamin Gill. I'll request the therapeutic community for you, and the court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison.
You have pled guilty to the practice of witchcraft.
This is not a plea bargain agreement. You do have a limited right to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and also an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Judge will give notice that we intend to
All right,
appeal the court's decision.
okay,
I've made a recommendation. You don't have to follow it. but
okay. All
I
right.
think you should have.
Oh my goodness, a smooth move by the old guy, challenging the judge. He didn't dare do that in the old days. My, haven't things changed? Or have they? Oh no, they have. And how do we know this? The judge is a female that wears pants instead of panties. Oh, I almost forgot. She also loves roasting marshmallows around bonfires. An awful lot. Thank you all so very much for watching to the end. Please subscribe and drop a like if indeed you did enjoy. I hope so. Until the next time, I'm off to feed those cats. And if you want to see another cool episode of mine without all the mandatory stuff, then click on the episode on screen now.